Doctors say it can happen to anyone at any time. It could be as simple as a child who has a food or insect allergy that can cause life-threatening swallowing or breathing problems called anaphylactic shock. To help during a situation like that in Illinois, there's a law that allows school nurses to inject someone with a life-saving EpiPen, which contains a pure dose of adrenaline. And that law may now be expanded. News Channel at 9's Brett Baldeck joining us live here in studio with more on the changes and why school nurses say it's an important change that can save lives. Brett?
Vince, Illinois hopes to become the next state to allow EpiPen use by more school staff members than just nurses. It's an idea supported by the Attorney General's office, who says allergic reaction among kids without a previous known allergy continues to rise. EpiPens are a life-saving device already in Illinois schools, but a bill waiting in the Illinois Senate hopes to increase access to it among school staff members.
It's obviously a critical element in possibly saving lives when there's emergency situation.
The Attorney General's office drafted the original Illinois Emergency Epinephrine Act. That law allows school nurses to use EpiPens during allergic reactions. Now, a proposed expansion to the bill recently approved by the Illinois House allows any trained school employee or volunteer to use an EpiPen. But there are some local schools like Ball Chatham who already have additional staff trained.
And we train them because if we're not here, then someone else would be able to administer the EpiPen in case of an emergency.
In the event of an allergic reaction, Nurse Colleen Wands says the district receives EpiPens free of charge through a state program.
I've used an EpiPen in the past. I have not had to use one this year, but we do have many students that keep EpiPens at schools in case they do have an allergic reaction.
During those reactions, a child's airway starts to swell. That means medication should be used right away.
EpiPens are invaluable for kids with really serious reactions.
And doctors say sometimes those reactions come unexplained from kids unaware of an allergy.
Sometimes they have exposure to it when they're younger. And so they know going into it, but I've seen all kinds of different things.
The Attorney General's office says the reason behind this new bill is to help smaller schools. Many of those schools have only one nurse who must travel to separate buildings, meaning if an allergic reaction were to happen, there may not be any properly trained staff available to use an EpiPen. Vince?
Thank you very much, Brett. Now, if the bill is passed by the Senate and signed by Governor Pat Quinn, which is what is expected to happen, Illinois will then become the 38th state allowing trained personnel other than school nurses to administer the EpiPen.